What does it take to turn national embarrassment into world domination in 4 years? In 2022, Spain made over 1,000 passes against Morocco and lost anyway. No real chances, no cutting edge, nothing but possession for the sake of it. 4 years later, I watched that same nation lift the World Cup. What changed? Why did it take this long? This wasn't luck. This was a total rebuild, and it changed everything. By the end of this video, you'll understand how Spain rebuilt itself from the ground up. Not a lucky run, not one golden generation. A complete tactical, structural, and philosophical overhaul. I'm going to break down the system, the coach, and the pipeline behind it. 3 ideas explain everything: the tactics, the man in charge, and the players he built around him. If you're new here, subscribe now. I post breakdowns like this 3 times a week. Here's the part most fans get wrong about this Spain team. They think this is the same Tiki-Taka side from 2010 wearing new shirts. It isn't. It's the opposite philosophy, wearing the same badge. Back in 2010, Spain strangled you slowly over 90 minutes. In 2026, they strangle you in seconds. The ball is only the bait now. The wingers are the weapon. Once you see the shift, you can't unsee it. It starts with a single night in Qatar 4 years before anyone lifted a trophy. Picture 2 moments 4 years apart from the same football nation. In 2022, Spain circulate the ball over 1,000 times against Morocco. They lose on penalties. In 2026, Ferran Torres drives a shot past Emiliano Martinez in the 106th minute of the final. One moment ends a tournament in frustration. The other ends 16 years of waiting. Between those 2 nights, Spain built something historic. 38 games unbeaten, the longest run in the nation's history. They conceded 1 goal in the whole 2026 World Cup across 8 matches. That single goal came against Belgium. Not once against anyone else, including Argentina in the final. Rodri walked away with the golden ball. Unai Simon took the Golden Glove. A 19-year-old Pau Cubarsí claimed the tournament's Best Young Player award. This wasn't a nation getting lucky. This was a nation solving a problem it had lived with for years. 4 numbers, 5 awards, 1 completely different team. None of that happens without a complete tactical rebuild. Here's what changed on the pitch. For over a decade, Spain had one obvious flaw hiding in plain sight. They could keep the ball better than anyone on earth, but against a low block, that possession often went nowhere. 70% of the ball and no way through the middle. Opponents learned to sit deep, pack the box, and let Spain pass sideways forever. Luis de la Fuente looked at that problem and refused to accept it. Instead of slow horizontal buildup, he built explosive width into the team's identity. Luis de la Fuente pins Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams high and wide, right on the touchline. That stretches a defense horizontally before the ball reaches them. Then Spain set the traps centrally. Rodri, Pedri, and Dani Olmo draw opposition midfielders inward. The moment that central press bites, Spain switch the play in one motion. Suddenly, Yamal or Williams isn't facing a compact defense anymore. He's facing one exposed fullback alone in space. That's not possession football. That's a coordinated ambush. Attract centrally. Isolate wide. Every single time. Everyone talks about the goals. Hardly anyone talks about what made them possible. Attacks win admiration. Structure wins tournaments. Conceding 1 goal in 8 matches doesn't happen by accident. It happens because every player knows their job the second they lose the ball. Take Pau Cubarsí, 19 years old, reading the game like a veteran. He steps out to intercept attacks before they start, then recovers ground instantly. Behind him, Rodri sits as the anchor, shutting down the half spaces. Counterattacks that should have hurt Spain never got the chance to develop. Then there's the full backs, Marc Cucurella and Pedro Porro. In possession, both tuck inside, playing like auxiliary midfielders. That leaves no gaps for opponents to break into on the transition. Spain's attack looked thrilling. Their defense made that attack possible. 1 number proves it. A single goal in 8 matches against the best strikers on the planet. Attack and defense explain the trophy. They don't explain who built this system from scratch. Quick note, if you want more breakdowns like this, subscribe. It takes 2 seconds. None of this happens without the man who refused to skip steps. Luis de la Fuente didn't arrive with a famous name or a glamorous CV. He coached Spain's under-19, then the under-21s, then the Olympic side. By the time he reached the senior team, he wasn't meeting strangers. Fabian Ruiz, Mikel Oyarzabal, Dani Olmo, Mikel Merino. He'd coached them all years earlier. They didn't need to learn his principles in camp. They lived inside them. That continuity is rare in international football, where coaches usually inherit whoever's available. Behind that, Spain's academies redesigned what a Spanish player should look like. Technical brilliance was never the issue. Physical intensity was. La Masia and the wider RFEF system built both into the same player. Gavi's aggression, Pedri's control, Cubarsi's composure under pressure. One academy system built 3 different traits for one national team. This wasn't one golden generation appearing by chance. Spain built a pipeline engineered on purpose over nearly a decade. A decade of patience disguised as a single summer of glory. That patience meets its biggest test in one match, the final itself. The final against Argentina compressed the entire philosophy into 90 minutes, then 30 more. Spain dominated from the first whistle and never let go. 20 shots, 12 on target. Argentina didn't register a single attempt in normal time. Emiliano Martinez produced a record 11 saves to keep the scoreline level. It didn't matter. Spain's press suffocated every attempt Argentina made to build an attack. A late red card against Enzo Fernandez only tightened Spain's grip further. Lionel Messi, in what may be his final World Cup, barely touched the game. Then in extra time, Nico Williams found Ferran Torres with a header across goal. Torres finished it. Spain, world champions again for the first time since 2010. That performance is why this Spain side is more than a champion. It's becoming the blueprint. Technical central control, married to direct athletic width. Expect other nations to start copying this exact template within a few years. Every academy in Europe is taking notes right now. But here's the image that stayed with me longer than the scoreline did. Messi, 39 years old, walking off after his 3rd World Cup final. He'd hinted this might be his last dance back in 2022 as well. Messi became only the 2nd man to start 3 World Cup finals, the oldest outfield player to do it. This time, it likely was his last, and Argentina couldn't find a single shot to save it. On the other side, Enzo Fernandez fouled 19-year-old Cubarsi so badly it drew a red card. The old guard and the new guard, colliding in the same stadium under the same lights. One story ended there, another began. Football rarely writes an ending this clean. That's what this Spain team represents. Not a return to old glory, but proof that a team can fix its own identity crisis. In 2022, they had the ball, but not the answers. In 2026, they had the width, the press, and the defensive discipline to finish the job. This wasn't nostalgia winning a trophy. This was a machine rebuilt from scratch. Spain didn't wait for a genius to arrive and save them. They built the genius into the system itself. Machines like that don't happen by accident. Someone designs them. This time, that someone had spent over a decade designing it. Let me bring it all together, because the numbers alone don't tell the whole story. 38 games unbeaten, 1 goal conceded in the entire tournament. Rodri's Golden Ball, Simone's Golden Glove, Cubarsi's Young Player Award. A coach who built continuity for a decade before he ever needed it. An academy system that engineered the exact players it required. Every piece connects to every other piece. Put all of that together, and a World Cup win stops looking like luck. It starts looking like inevitability. If breakdowns like this are useful to you, stay close, because I'm doing a lot more of them. I go deeper into moments like this 3 times a week on this channel. Subscribing costs nothing, and it means you won't miss the next one. Hit subscribe now, 1 tap, and I'll see you in the next breakdown. Speaking of Argentina, there's a question I haven't answered yet. Why do Argentine players worship Lionel Messi the way they do? I made a full video breaking that down recently. Go watch it next. It changes how you'll see this Spain story too.